Have you ever noticed how society slowly lowers its expectations for women as they age? Not loudly, not directly, but subtly. After 60, the message becomes quieter, safer, smaller. Wear neutral colors. Don't draw attention. Choose comfort over style. Blend in. And somewhere along the way, many women start believing that elegance has an expiration date. But let me ask you something. Who decided that visibility belongs only to the young? Because I have seen something completely different. I've seen a 67-year-old woman put on the right dress and the entire room shift. Her shoulders lifted. Her walk changed. Her energy filled the space before she even spoke. It wasn't about trying to look 30 again. It was about remembering who she was. And that is the difference. Style after 60 is not about hiding your age. It's about expressing your presence. Maybe recently you've stood in front of your closet and felt disconnected. You look at the clothes hanging there and think, this doesn't feel like me anymore. Or maybe you've wondered quietly, is it too late to reinvent myself? Here's the truth. After 60 is not the end of style. It is the refinement of it. At this stage of life, you know your body better. You know your values better. You know your strength better. And science actually supports this transformation. There's a psychological concept called enclothed cognition. It simply means that what we wear influences how we think, how we behave, and how confident we feel. When you wear something that flatters your shape, your posture improves naturally. When fabric moves beautifully as you walk, your stride becomes more assured. When a neckline frames your face, you engage more openly. Clothing is not superficial, it's behavioral. The right dress doesn't just balance proportions, it restores energy, it reflects vitality. It reminds you that you are still seen. And being seen matters. So today, we are not talking about dressing younger. We are talking about dressing alive. Because youth fades, but presence is timeless. And it begins with choosing clothes that help you shine, not shrink. Now, if you're wondering how to look younger without trying too hard, it doesn't start with trends. It starts with the right dress. Because true youthful style isn't about dressing like you're 30. It's about choosing silhouettes that lift flatter and bring light back to your presence. 1. A-line midi, effortless elegance, that flatters every shape. Have you ever noticed how certain dresses instantly change the way a woman carries herself? One of the most powerful pieces a woman over 60 can own is the A-line midi dress. It's simple, it's timeless, and yet it does something almost magical to the body. The beauty of an A-line silhouette is in its balance. It gently defines the waist, then gradually flows outward. Nothing tight, nothing restrictive, just a soft, natural structure that works with your body, not against it. If you have a pear-shaped figure, the subtle flare smooths over the hips, beautifully creating harmony between your upper and lower body. If you carry weight around the midsection, an apple shape, the A-line design draws attention upward and away from the waistline. And if your frame is straighter, this cut creates the illusion of gentle curves, adding femininity without effort. Now let's talk about the midi length. This is where sophistication truly comes in. A midi dress hitting below the knee and above the ankle visually elongates the legs while maintaining refinement. It doesn't try too hard. It doesn't reveal too much. It simply communicates confidence. And confidence at any age is the most youthful quality of all. Color also plays a powerful role. Rich jewel tones like emerald sapphire or deep burgundy bring life to mature skin and create a vibrant presence. On the other hand, neutrals such as navy taupe or soft gray offer quiet luxury and understated elegance. The choice depends on your mood and the message you want to send. But here's something many women don't realize: the right dress can actually improve posture. When you feel balanced and supported in your clothing, you naturally stand taller. Your shoulders relax. Your movements become more graceful. So let me ask you, when was the last time a dress made you feel powerful the moment you put it on? An A-line midi doesn't chase trends. It honors your shape, your experience, and your presence. And that's what true style after 60 is all about. If the A-line midi dress softens and flatters your silhouette, the next style brings something slightly different: structure, clarity, and modern energy. Let's talk about the shirt dress. There's something incredibly refreshing about this design. Inspired by the classic button-down shirt, the vertical row of buttons naturally creates a lengthening effect. It draws the eye up and down, giving your frame a taller, leaner appearance without trying too hard. And as we age, that subtle vertical line becomes one of the simplest ways to look instantly more streamlined. But the magic doesn't stop there. The collar makes a powerful difference. It frames the face, lifts the neckline, and adds presence. A structured collar quietly says, "I'm here. I'm confident." It brings polish without feeling stiff and modernity without feeling trendy. What I personally love about the shirt dress is the message it sends. It feels active, intentional, self-assured. It's the kind of dress that suggests you have plans, even if those plans are simply meeting a friend for coffee or strolling through a weekend market. And that's the beauty of it: versatility. You can wear a shirt dress for a casual lunch on vacation or even for a relaxed office setting. Add a belt and you instantly define your waist for a more feminine shape. Pair it with clean white sneakers and you look effortlessly youthful. Throw on a tailored blazer, and suddenly the entire outfit feels refined and powerful. Have you ever noticed how some outfits make you move differently? A shirt dress encourages you to stand straighter, walk with purpose, and feel in control. Looking younger after 60 isn't about chasing trends. It's about choosing pieces that communicate energy and clarity. And a well-fitted shirt dress does exactly that. It blends comfort with structure, softness, with confidence. Sometimes all it takes is one vertical line of buttons to change the way you see yourself in the mirror. If the shirt dress gives you structure and modern clarity, the next style brings something a little more fluid and a little more powerful in a feminine way. Let's talk about the wrap dress. There's a reason this design has remained iconic since the 1970s. It wasn't just a trend, it was a movement. When the wrap dress became popular decades ago, it symbolized independence, confidence, and a new era of women stepping fully into their strength. And today, for women over 60, it still carries that same energy. The magic begins at the waist. The adjustable tie gently defines your natural shape, creating curves in the most effortless way. It doesn't squeeze or restrict, it adapts to you. Whether your body has changed over the years or remained consistent, the wrap dress respects that evolution. Then there's the V neckline. This detail alone can completely transform your upper body. A V-neck visually elongates the neck, opens up the chest area, and draws attention upward toward the face. The result? A lighter, more lifted appearance that feels both youthful and refined. One of the most beautiful things about a wrap dress is that it works on nearly every body type. If you have a fuller midsection, the diagonal drape creates softness and movement. If you have a straighter figure, it enhances curves naturally. If you're petite or tall, the adjustable waist helps maintain proportion. But beyond the technical details, there's an emotional shift that happens when you tie that waist ribbon. You feel in control. There's something deeply empowering about adjusting a garment to fit your body perfectly. It sends a quiet message: I choose how this fits me. That sense of control translates into posture, movement, and presence. The wrap dress is where femininity meets authority. It's soft but never fragile, elegant but never passive. So let me ask you, when you get dressed, do you want to feel comfortable or do you want to feel powerful? Sometimes it only takes one simple tie at the waist to remind yourself that you are both. If the wrap dress celebrates your curves and gives you that sense of personal control, the next style takes elegance to a more dramatic level. Let's talk about the structured maxi dress. Now, many women over 60 shy away from maxi dresses because they're afraid of looking overwhelmed or shorter. And honestly, that can happen, but only when the dress lacks structure. A beautiful maxi dress must have shape. Look for gentle waist definition. It doesn't have to be tight, but there should be a clear line that acknowledges your natural form. This is what prevents the fabric from simply hanging straight down and hiding your presence. Vertical seams or subtle paneling also make a powerful difference. Those vertical lines guide the eye up and down, creating visual height and a long, elegant silhouette. The result? You appear taller, leaner, and more poised without wearing high heels. What I love about a structured maxi dress is the statement it makes when you walk into a room. It carries quiet authority. There's movement in the fabric, yes, but there's also intention in the tailoring. It's the perfect balance between strength and softness. The length adds drama and grace, while the structure keeps it refined. You're not floating in fabric, you're commanding it. However, one small styling detail matters more than many realize footwear. Heavy, bulky shoes can visually weigh down the entire look and cancel out that beautiful vertical flow. Instead, opt for sleek flats, low-profile heels, or streamlined sandals. Keeping the shoe visually light allows the dress to maintain its elongating effect. Let me ask you this. Have you ever worn something long and flowing yet still felt powerful instead of hidden? That's the difference structure makes. Looking younger isn't about shortening hemlines, it's about creating lift presence and proportion. A well-designed maxi dress does exactly that. It allows you to move gracefully while still standing firmly in your confidence. And that combination, that's timeless. If the structured maxi dress makes a graceful entrance, the next style speaks in a quieter voice, but carries just as much power. Let's talk about the sheath dress. At first glance, it may seem simple. Clean lines, minimal details, a silhouette that gently follows the body without dramatic flair. But don't underestimate this simplicity because in fashion, simplicity often signals strength. A sheath dress is designed to skim the body, not squeeze it. It creates a smooth, uninterrupted line from shoulder to knee, which instantly makes you look polished and composed. There's no excess fabric, no distraction, just clarity. And clarity is powerful. This is the dress that communicates self-assurance without saying a word. It tells the world you know who you are. You're not hiding behind layers, and you're not chasing attention. You're standing in your value. That's why many stylists refer to the sheath dress as confidence armor. Not because it's harsh or rigid, but because when it fits correctly, it feels protective. It holds everything in place, gently allowing you to move through your day with quiet authority. But here's the key. Tailoring is everything. A sheath dress must fit your current body, not the body you had 20 years ago. The shoulder seams should sit exactly where they belong. The waist should follow your natural line. The length should hit at a flattering point around the knee. Even small adjustments from a tailor can transform this dress from ordinary to extraordinary. I've seen women try on a perfectly tailored sheath dress and instantly straighten their posture. Their chin lifts slightly. Their steps become more deliberate. It's subtle, but undeniable. Pair it with classic pumps for a formal setting, or layer it with a structured blazer for an elevated, everyday look. Keep accessories minimal. Let the silhouette speak. Let me ask you, when was the last time you wore something that made you feel completely composed? Looking younger after 60 isn't about adding more. Sometimes it's about refining what's already there. The sheath dress proves that quiet confidence can be the most powerful statement of all. If the sheath dress is about quiet authority and refined composure, the next style softens the mood and brings movement back into the conversation. Let's talk about the pleated midi dress. After structure and clean lines, sometimes what we need isn't more control, it's flow. And that's exactly what pleats offer. A pleated midi dress doesn't cling to the body or define the waist in an obvious way. Instead, it creates vertical rhythm through gentle folds of fabric that move with you. And movement changes everything. The beauty of a pleated skirt lies in its balance. The top can remain simple and refined, while the pleats below create dimension and lightness. When you walk, the fabric responds not dramatically, not loudly, but gracefully. Each step carries a subtle sense of energy. For women over 60, this kind of movement feels especially powerful, not because it tries to recreate youth, but because it reflects vitality. There's a difference. Youth is about age. Vitality is about presence. Pleats also create one of the most flattering visual effects in fashion vertical elongation. Those narrow folds guide the eye up and down, lengthening the silhouette without the need for high heels or tight tailoring. If you prefer comfort but still want elegance, this is your ally. And here's something many women don't realize: pleats add texture without adding volume. A well-designed pleated midi dress skims the hips and floats gently around the legs, creating softness without overwhelming your frame. It's especially beautiful in lightweight fabrics that catch the light as you move. There's also a subtle emotional shift that happens when you wear pleats. You feel lighter, less restricted, more fluid. Your posture stays upright, but your energy feels softer. It's confidence without rigidity. Pair it with sleek flats for daytime ease. Add a structured cardigan or tailored blazer for polish. Keep the color palette refined, navy, soft blush, olive, ivory tones that enhance sophistication rather than compete with it. Let me ask you this. When was the last time your clothing made you feel graceful? Looking youthful after 60 isn't about tightening silhouettes or redefining every curve. Sometimes it's about allowing space to move space, to breathe space, to be fully yourself. A pleated midi dress doesn't demand attention. It earns it quietly, beautifully, and with every step you take. Now that we've explored 6 dress styles that can help you look more youthful and elegant, the real question becomes this: how do you choose the one that truly works for you? Because style after 60 isn't about collecting every silhouette. It's about choosing pieces that align with your body, your lifestyle, and your energy. First, consider your body shape. If you carry more fullness around the midsection, wrap dresses and A-line silhouettes are beautifully forgiving. They gently define your shape without clinging, creating balance instead of bulk. If your figure is straighter, a sheath dress offers clean structure and subtle definition. A shirt dress with a belt can also create the illusion of curves in a refined and effortless way. If you have natural curves, a structured maxi dress highlights your presence with length and elegance. And if you want graceful movement without strong waist emphasis, a pleated midi dress adds softness and vitality to your overall silhouette. But body shape is only part of the equation. Your lifestyle matters just as much. For everyday errands or relaxed lunches, a shirt dress feels effortless and practical. For professional settings or formal gatherings, a well-tailored sheath dress communicates polish and quiet authority. If you want lightness and fluid movement, a pleated midi dress is a beautiful choice. And when you want elegance with a touch of drama without sacrificing comfort, a structured maxi dress delivers presence with ease. Now let's talk about something many women overlook: comfort. After 60, comfort is not a luxury, it's a priority. Breathable fabrics like cotton jersey, ponte knit, or linen allow your body to move naturally throughout the day. And here's a simple rule: if you constantly have to adjust it, pull it down, or fix it, it's not the right dress. Ease creates confidence. Color is another powerful decision. Jewel tones like emerald and sapphire add richness and vibrancy. Neutrals such as navy, beige, and gray communicate timeless sophistication. Soft pastels bring a fresh, luminous softness to your look. The right color can instantly brighten your complexion and elevate your mood. And then there is tailoring, the true secret weapon. A small adjustment at the shoulders, waist, or hemline can transform an ordinary dress into something that feels custom-made. A properly fitted dress always looks more refined, more intentional, and yes, more youthful. But above all, listen to how you feel. When you put on a dress and stand a little taller. When you catch yourself smiling in the mirror. When you feel composed instead of self-conscious. That's the dress. Looking younger after 60 isn't about hiding your age. It's about aligning your clothing with your confidence. And when what you wear reflects the strength you already carry inside, that's when true elegance truly appears. And now, after exploring all these dress styles and how to choose the right one, I want to leave you with one final thought. This was never just about looking younger. It's about shining brighter. There's a big difference. Dressing beautifully after 60 is not about pretending you're 30. It's not about hiding fine lines or chasing trends that don't reflect who you are. It's about expressing your presence, your joy, your wisdom, your life experience, your energy. Those things are not fading. They're evolving. Psychology actually supports this. There's a concept called self-perception theory, which suggests that we shape our identity by observing our own behavior. In simple terms, when you dress confidently, your brain registers that confidence. Your posture shifts, your tone changes, you make more eye contact, and people respond to that version of you. Confidence isn't just seen, it's felt by you and by everyone around you. Youth may soften over time, trends may change. The mirror may reflect a different version of you than it once did. But presence deepens. The right dress does not erase your age. It honors the woman you are today. It doesn't disguise your story. It celebrates it. So the next time you're choosing what to wear, pause for a moment. Instead of asking, "Does this make me look younger?" try asking, "Does this dress make me feel alive? Do I stand taller in it? Do I walk into the world with confidence?" Because when the answer is yes, that's your dress. And if today's video helped you see fashion in a new way, I'd truly appreciate it if you give this video a like. It helps more women discover content like this. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel for more timeless style inspiration designed for real women living real lives. Thank you for being here, for investing in yourself, and for choosing to shine, not younger, but brighter.